Hello, let me introduce Galileo, one of the world's most famous scientists that ever lived. Galileo, we all know you were a famous scientist, but what is it that you studied?
Physics and math.
Tell us a little bit more about what physics is.
Physics is how nothing works in the universe.
Can you tell us of a very famous experiment you did off the Leaning Tower at Pisa?
I dropped two balls and they dropped at the same time, and several wonders later, and it got accelerated.
Okay, let's go prove that. Can you please recreate the famous experiment from the Leaning Tower of Pisa?
Yeah, I have a red fake one ball in my right hand, and I have a little plastic wiffle ball in my left hand. Which one will drop first?
Which one will drop first? I think the red one will fall first. Is that right?
You'll see.
3. Fantastic. What other important discoveries did you prove in your lifetime?
I proved that Earth was around the sun.
So you proved that the Earth revolved around the sun?
Mm-hmm.
How did you prove that?
I made a telescope instead of 3 times as big, 10 times as big.
And what did you see through your telescope that proved that the Earth revolved around the sun?
Phases of Venus.
You saw the phases of Venus?
Mm-hmm.
Galileo, what else did you see through your telescope that no one had ever seen before?
The full moons visible on Jupiter.
You were the first person to see the moons of Jupiter through a telescope.
Mm-hmm. Except not all the moons. Not all the moons, because Jupiter has 62 moons. So I didn't see 59 of the moons.
Galileo, did you always know that you would be a physicist?
No, in fact, I was really poor. My dad worked so hard that I went to medical school.
So you initially were going to be a doctor, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that isn't what you wanted to be. You wanted to be a physicist.
Yeah.
And what was it that made you drop out of medical school?
I saw a chandelier that was going tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock at the same time.
So all the movements of the pendulum were exactly the same?
Yeah.
Okay. Leo, your ideas are amazing. It's no wonder Albert Einstein called you the father of modern science. Were all your ideas easily accepted?
No. In fact, the Roman Catholic Church put me in prison for not believing in their ideas.
So you had a lot of difficulty during your lifetime with the Roman Catholic Church.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't happy that you proved that the Earth revolved around the sun, were they?
Yeah.
I understand that NASA also paid tribute to you. How did they do that?
In 2015, went on the moon, helped the Herman feather to see if I was really right, even on the moon.
Well, in my left hand I have a feather. In my right hand a hammer. And I guess one of the reasons we got here today was because of a gentleman named Galileo a long time ago who made a rather significant discovery about falling objects in gravity fields. And we thought that where would be a better place to confirm his findings than on the moon. And so we thought we'd try it here for you. The feather happens to be appropriately a falcon feather for our falcon. And I'll drop the 2 of them here, and hopefully they'll hit the ground at the same time. How about that? It proves that Mr. Galileo was correct in his findings.
Is there anything else about your life that you feel we should know?
Don't be afraid to challenge conventional beliefs.
What did you think you would be when you were growing up?
Doctor.
You thought you would be a doctor, and what happened?
I got caught by the eye. I'm pretty low.
I don't think that was what you studied in school. So what was it that you saw when you were studying medical school that made you want
Oh my gosh, what sees maneuver? I saw a telescope in the air tonight. Sing, hey, yo, I'm Galileo.